keep it going. The next comic coming to the stage has got the body of a young man and the mind of a pervy old man. Give it up for Tyler Dejong.
Hi. So I'm going to say that I graduated from Trinity Western University. And when I tell people that, their first reaction is, oh, that's school that doesn't accept gays. But it's not exactly gays we don't accept, it's actually just sex. It's right in the community covenant. And the thing is, this is also a place where a lot of young Christian kids go, fresh out of their overbearing Christian parents' house, and they're going to exercise their newfound freedom to fuck each other. Now, ironically, the best place to do this on campus is the prayer room. There's nice cushions on the pews, and there's mood lighting, and stained glass windows, and it locks from the inside. The only drawback is Jesus is like right there watching. But if you remember Sunday school, he's always watching, so it doesn't matter where you do it. So I'm a pretty skinny guy, and because of that, I can say that my least favorite sexual position is missionary. I know it's kind of the standard, but I've got these hip bones, and ladies have them too. And when there's no fat or muscle between them, they kind of grind together painfully. So ladies, if you have a skinny boyfriend and he always ends up screwing you from behind, it's not necessarily because he doesn't like your face. There's just the extra padding. You know, sometimes I like to imagine that I'm on like a first date or at a bar, and the pretty girl comes to me asking for sex, and I can say, no, I don't do that on the first date, or no, I'm celibate, or something like that, and just be on that side of the rejection for a change. One time my parents asked me, Tyler, when are you going to get your shit together? And I said, when I get a place with a septic tank. Until that day, I'm going to keep spreading it all over the Fraser River, just like everybody else. You know, if Bruce Willis dies without an erection, I'm going to be so disappointed. It takes a moment. There's one phrase that every time I hear it, it makes me a little bit mad. It's, is that a roll of quarters in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? The assumption there is that aroused equals happy, which in my experience is just not the case. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you need to watch more creative pornography. Another phrase is, moving on, another phrase is, I can't be in two places at once. But if you think about it, technically, millions of people are in two places at once. It's just that one is a used tampon and one is a used tissue. Okay, I'm moving on to some nice, safe wordplay. You know when somebody asks you if you're ticklish, and it doesn't matter if you say yes or no, they're still going to tickle you just to find out? I like to call those tickles test tickles. You know, I remember the first time that I ever heard the term zombie planet. It was about 10 years ago, and I've heard it pretty consistently since. And it's always been from these muscle-headed guys who are just taking so much pride in all the thought that they put behind their zombie planet. It's like, oh dude, I'm gonna go to the Costco with a whole bunch of guns and all my friends, it's gonna be a party, we're gonna have so much fun. And I was like, really, you don't think you could put any thought into planning for like an earthquake, or a plague, or a famine, or World War III, or any of the other horrible things that are actually probably going to happen to you? You're just gonna focus on zombies. Do you have a dragon plan? So one thing that I feel is missing from my life is a rite of passage, because we don't really have that here in our country. Like in some islander tribes, you have to walk across coals before you could actually call yourself a man. But here, all you gotta do is survive for 18 years and then fuck a girl. And with all these disappearing fathers, that second part is just getting easier and easier. So, When I talk to people that aren't from Vancouver, I usually ask them, what do you think about our city? And they always say, well, people are so closed off here and antisocial. And I was thinking about this for a while, and wondering why that could be. And the conclusion I came to is, everybody's on drugs. And when anybody could be on anything, you kind of just give yourself some space and a nice bubble of urban solitude and just protect yourself. And the only time that anyone ever breaks that bubble is to say, hey, do you want to buy any cocaine or acid or shrooms? And I say, yes, I'll take 6 grams of shrooms, and do you like anything, dear? Yes, let's have a basket for the lady. Okay, sir, your order will be ready around the corner. All right, that was it for me. Good night, guys.
Gotta love those Christian boys. Give